Deep within the Earth, a silent threat simmers. Hidden from our daily lives, the Earth's crust is a dynamic and ever-changing landscape. Beneath the surface, immense pressures and temperatures create a volatile environment where molten rock or magma accumulates in vast chambers. These magma chambers are ticking time bombs, waiting for the right conditions to trigger a catastrophic release. Volcanoes, often perceived as dormant giants, possess the power to unleash unimaginable chaos. These seemingly tranquil mountains are, in fact, some of the most powerful natural forces on our planet. When a volcano erupts, it can spew ash, lava, and gases high into the atmosphere, affecting not just the immediate vicinity but the entire globe. Scientists warn of a chilling possibility: a mega eruption within this century. This isn't just a theoretical scenario, it's a real and present danger. Researchers are constantly monitoring volcanic activity, analyzing data, and running simulations to predict when and where the next major eruption might occur. Their findings suggest that we may be due for an eruption of unprecedented scale. This eruption could dwarf even the largest eruptions in recorded history. Historical records and geological evidence show that past mega-eruptions have had devastating effects on the planet. The eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815, for example, led to the year without a summer, causing widespread crop failures and famine. A future mega-eruption could be even more catastrophic. The consequences of such an event would be nothing short of catastrophic. Entire communities could be obliterated, and the landscape would be forever altered. The immediate aftermath would see widespread destruction, with homes, infrastructure, and natural habitats buried under layers of ash and lava. The impact of a mega-eruption would extend far beyond the immediate blast zone. Ash clouds could spread across continents, blocking sunlight and causing temperatures to plummet. This phenomenon, known as a volcanic winter, could last for months or even years, disrupting ecosystems and agriculture on a global scale. Volcanic ash propelled high into the atmosphere would encircle the globe. This ash would not only darken the skies but also pose serious health risks. Inhaling volcanic ash can cause respiratory problems, and the fine particles can contaminate water supplies and damage machinery. This would disrupt air travel, plunge temperatures, and trigger widespread crop failures. The aviation industry would be particularly hard hit, as ash clouds can damage aircraft engines and reduce visibility. Meanwhile, the drop in temperatures could lead to shorter growing seasons and lower crop yields, exacerbating food shortages. The delicate balance of our planet's climate would be thrown into disarray. Weather patterns could become unpredictable, leading to extreme weather events such as floods, droughts, and storms. The long-term effects on the climate could be profound, potentially altering the course of human history. The potential for a mega-eruption is not mere speculation. Volcanologists and geologists have gathered extensive evidence from past eruptions and current volcanic activity. They use advanced technology to monitor seismic activity, gas emissions, and ground deformation, all of which can indicate an impending eruption. Geological records bear witness to the devastating power of these events. Layers of ash and rock in the Earth's crust tell the story of past mega-eruptions, providing a stark reminder of what could happen in the future. These records help scientists understand the frequency and magnitude of such events, allowing them to make more accurate predictions. Ancient eruptions have reshaped continents, plunged the world into darkness, and triggered mass extinctions. The eruption of the Tonga supervolcano around 74,000 years ago is believed to have caused a global volcanic winter, leading to a dramatic reduction in human populations. Such events highlight the potential for a mega-eruption to have far-reaching and long-lasting effects. The threat is real, and the time to prepare is now. Governments, communities, and individuals must take proactive steps to mitigate the risks. This includes developing early warning systems, creating evacuation plans, and educating the public about the dangers of volcanic eruptions. We must heed the warnings from the past and acknowledge the urgency of the present. By learning from historical eruptions and staying vigilant, we can better prepare for the future. The key is to remain informed and take action before it's too late. A mega-eruption is not a question of if, but when. The signs are there, and the scientific community is working tirelessly to understand and predict these events. However, it's up to all of us to take the necessary precautions and be ready for when the time comes. By understanding the risks and taking decisive action, we can mitigate the potential for a global catastrophe. Preparedness is our best defense against the unpredictable and powerful forces of nature. Together, we can build a more resilient future. Imagine a world shrouded in darkness, the sun a distant memory. The sky, once a canvas of blue, now cloaked in a perpetual twilight. The air, thick with ash and dust, chokes the life out of the landscape below. Temperatures plummet, crops wither and die, and global transportation grinds to a halt. Highways, once bustling with activity, lie silent under a blanket of snow and ice. The world as we know it, frozen in time. This is not a scene from a dystopian novel, but a glimpse into the potential aftermath of a mega eruption. The earth, scarred and barren, struggles to recover from the devastation. Trees stand as skeletal reminders of the life that once thrived here. The immediate impact would be devastating. Entire communities would be obliterated, homes reduced to rubble, and lives irrevocably changed. The sheer force of the eruption would leave a trail of destruction in its wake. Pyroclastic flows, superheated currents of gas and ash, would obliterate everything in their path. These deadly rivers of destruction move with terrifying speed, leaving no chance for escape. Mud flows, triggered by melting ice and snow, would surge down mountainsides, engulfing entire communities. These torrents of mud and debris would bury everything in their path, creating a landscape unrecognizable from what it once was. The air, thick with ash and noxious gases, would become unbreathable. People would be forced to wear masks to survive, and even then the air quality would pose severe health risks. The sky, darkened by the constant fall of ash, would obscure the sun for months, if not years. The long-term consequences would be equally dire. Volcanic ash, lingering in the atmosphere for years, would block sunlight, leading to a volcanic winter. This prolonged period of cold would have devastating effects on agriculture and ecosystems. Volcanic ash, lingering in the atmosphere for years, would block sunlight, leading to a volcanic winter. The lack of sunlight would disrupt photosynthesis, causing plant life to suffer and die. This in turn would affect the entire food chain, leading to widespread famine. Global temperatures could plummet by several degrees Celsius, disrupting agriculture and leading to widespread famine. Crops would fail, and food shortages would become a harsh reality for millions of people around the world. Acid rain would poison water supplies and devastate ecosystems. The delicate balance of nature would be thrown into chaos, with long-lasting effects on both plant and animal life. Rivers and lakes would become toxic, further exacerbating the struggle for survival. The interconnectedness of our modern world amplifies the potential for chaos. Supply chains would be severely disrupted, leading to shortages of essential goods. Supermarket shelves would empty, and the global economy would face unprecedented challenges. Supply chains would collapse, leading to shortages of food, medicine, and other essential goods. Factories would shut down, and people would be forced to wait in long lines for basic necessities. The strain on resources would lead to increased competition and conflict. Economic systems would crumble, and social unrest would likely follow. The stock market would crash, businesses would close, and unemployment would skyrocket. Desperation and fear would drive people to the streets, leading to protests and civil unrest. The very fabric of our civilization would be tested. Our resilience, our ability to adapt and survive would be pushed to the limit. In the face of such a global cataclysm, humanity would be forced to confront its greatest challenges yet. The past offers a chilling preview of what a mega eruption could unleash upon our planet. These cataclysmic events have shaped our world in profound ways, leaving behind a legacy of destruction and transformation. By examining the echoes of the past, we can better understand the potential threats that loom on the horizon. In 1815, Mount Tambora in Indonesia erupted with a fury unmatched in recorded history. The explosion was so powerful that it altered the global climate, causing widespread devastation. The eruption ejected an estimated 150 cubic kilometers of volcanic material into the atmosphere, creating a veil of ash that blocked sunlight and plunged the world into darkness. The ash clouds spread across the globe, leading to dramatic changes in weather patterns. Temperatures dropped significantly, and the lack of sunlight caused crops to fail. The year 1816 became known as the year without a summer, a time of unprecedented hardship and suffering. The eruption's impact was felt far and wide. In Europe and North America, the cold and wet conditions led to failed harvests and food shortages. People struggled to survive as famine and disease spread. The social and economic consequences were profound. highlighting the vulnerability of human societies to natural disasters. Global temperatures dropped, crops failed, and widespread famine ensued. The eruption of Mount Tambora serves as a stark reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of our world. It also underscores the interconnectedness of our planet's climate system, where an event in one part of the world can have far-reaching effects. The eruption's effects were felt across the globe, from Europe to North America, highlighting the interconnectedness of our planet's climate system. The ash and gases released into the atmosphere had a profound impact on weather patterns, leading to cooler temperatures and altered precipitation. Centuries earlier, in 1257, the eruption of Mount Samalas, also in Indonesia, released an estimated 40 cubic kilometers of volcanic material. This massive eruption is believed to have triggered a period of global cooling known as the Little Ice Age, which lasted for several centuries. The Little Ice Age brought colder temperatures and harsher winters, affecting agriculture and livelihoods. Societies had to adapt to the changing climate, and the period saw significant social and economic upheaval. The eruption of Mount Samalas serves as a reminder of the long-term impacts that volcanic activity can have on our planet. The eruption's impact on climate and society serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of such events. These historical examples, though separated by time, offer a sobering lesson about the power of nature and the vulnerability of human civilization. These historical examples, though separated by time, offer a sobering lesson. Mega eruptions are not mere historical footnotes, but a recurring threat to human civilization. The past is not merely prologue, it is a stark warning of what could be. Mega eruptions are not mere historical footnotes, but a recurring threat to human civilization. The past is not merely prologue, it is a stark warning of what could be. As we look to the future, it is crucial to learn from these events and prepare for the potential challenges that lie ahead. The past is not merely prologue, it is a stark warning of what could be. By studying these historical eruptions, scientists can better understand the mechanisms behind volcanic activity and develop strategies to mitigate their impact. The echoes of the past continue to resonate, reminding us of the need for vigilance and preparedness in the face of nature's fury. As the planet warms due to human-induced climate change, the threat of volcanic eruptions is not diminishing, but rather intensifying. The melting of glaciers and ice caps, coupled with changes in precipitation patterns, can alter the delicate balance of pressure within volcanoes, increasing the likelihood of eruptions. Warmer temperatures can also exacerbate the effects of volcanic eruptions. A warmer atmosphere can hold more moisture, leading to increased rainfall and a higher likelihood of devastating mudflows. Additionally, a warmer atmosphere can alter atmospheric circulation patterns, potentially spreading volcanic ash and gases over a wider area. The interplay between climate change and volcanic activity is complex and not fully understood. However, the scientific evidence suggests that a warming world is likely to be a more volcanically active world. This increased activity, coupled with the potential for more severe impacts, underscores the urgency of addressing both climate change and the threat of mega eruptions. Despite the clear and present danger posed by mega eruptions, the world remains woefully unprepared for such an event. Governments and international organizations have allocated far fewer resources to volcano monitoring and preparedness compared to other threats, such as asteroid impacts. This lack of preparedness is particularly concerning given the potential for global disruption. A mega eruption could cripple transportation systems, disrupt communication networks, and lead to widespread food shortages. The economic and social consequences would be felt for years, if not decades. The current level of investment in volcano monitoring and preparedness is simply inadequate to address the magnitude of the threat. A significant increase in funding is needed to expand monitoring networks, develop early warning systems, and build resilience in vulnerable communities.